Russia's relationship with democracy is a complex tale spanning centuries of autocratic rule and failed attempts at reform. From its earliest days, Russia developed under a system of absolute monarchy, where rulers like Ivan the Terrible wielded unchecked power. This created a deeply entrenched social hierarchy, where common people were conditioned to accept authority without question. Even modernizing rulers like Peter the Great strengthened central authority rather than dispersing power. When the 1917 revolution promised democracy, it instead delivered another form of autocracy: communist totalitarianism. Under Stalin, any notion of democratic institutions was systematically destroyed, replaced by a culture of fear and surveillance. Decades of Soviet rule shaped society around collective compliance rather than individual rights. The state became the provider of all necessities: jobs, housing, healthcare, creating deep dependency on central authority. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, Russians had no experience with democratic institutions or civil society. Boris Yeltsin's democratic reforms in the 1990s led to economic chaos and social upheaval. This period of democracy became associated with poverty and instability in the minds of many Russians. Vladimir Putin's rise to power came with a promise to restore order and national pride. His system of managed democracy provided economic stability while systematically eliminating real political competition. State control of media ensures that alternative viewpoints rarely reach the general public. The Russian Orthodox Church, historically aligned with state power, reinforces traditional authority structures. Education continues to emphasize state authority over individual rights and critical thinking. Civil society organizations face intense pressure, making it difficult for democratic movements to take root. A small elite controls most of Russia's wealth, creating a system where economic and political power are inseparable. The vast gap between urban centers and rural regions creates different realities that complicate democratic development. Russia's immense size and regional diversity make centralized control seem necessary to many citizens. The security services, known as siloviki, have become deeply embedded in both politics and business. Russia increasingly looks to China's model of authoritarian capitalism rather than Western democracy. Even younger generations have limited exposure to democratic values and practices. Until these deeply rooted structural and cultural barriers change, Russia's path to genuine democracy remains blocked.